Hello, hi, namaskar to all the viewers of this accountancy hub, which is being running by Sudhakar JP. Having around 25 years of teaching experience, my dear students, that we covered, that we solved so many problems in rectification of errors. Now we are into one more problem before preparing the final account. After preparing the trial balance, this question is being recently asked in our CA foundation, that to be in May 2025 batch for 10 marks, my dear students. A question is beautifully framed. So beautifully the question is being framed. So many things are being covered in this particular problem. You should learn it with a lot of interest. The following errors were found in the books of XYZ. Give the necessary entries to correct them. Just you have to pass the entries. Let me move on to the first point. A purchase of goods from R amounting to rupees 1 lakh, mean 10,000, has been wrongly entered through the sales book. क्या हुआ इसमें? आप तो परचेज किए, but recorded wrongly in the sales book. Now let us explain how we can rectify this particular entry. Purchase means what, my dear students? Expenses. Expenses is to be what? We have to debit it. From whom you purchased? We have purchased from R. Who is R? R is your creditor. R is your creditor. Creditor को क्या करना? According to the rule, creditor is to be credited as a correct entry. But unfortunately, my dear kids, you entered it in sales book. Sales is a income. For income, what you have done? You have taken wrongly. Wrongly what? On the credit side. It is a wrong. Now, how to rectify this particular entry? See, keep the correct in the same place. Keep the correct in the same place. This is the wrong. It is to be shifted in the opposite place. अब क्या होता? परचेजेस को डेबिट करना, आर को क्रेडिट करना. ये तो रॉन्ग क्रेडिट हुआ है ना, इसको डेबिट साइड में लाना. देन व्हाट इज योर एंट्री? परचेजेस अकाउंट डेबिट, सेल्स अकाउंट डेबिट to R's account. Did you understood? Purchases account debit, sales account debit to R's account. Now let us write the first entry. That is, he used a word called A point, right? Purchases account debit, sales account debit to R's account. How much amount, my dear children? It is an amount of rupees 10,000. Now, can you tell me what might be the narration? For this narration is being wrong credit in sales book is rectified. Being wrong credit in sales book is rectified. Shall we move on to the next one? See what happened in the next transaction. Furniture purchased for the office use amounting to rupees 25,000 has been entered in the purchase day book. Now, what you purchased? Furniture. Furniture is what? Asset. Asset को क्या करना? Correct debit करना. But where you have recorded? You have recorded in purchase day book. Purchase day book means what? Expenses. Expenses बोले तो आप क्या करते? आप डेबिट करते. कौन सा डेबिट? ये तो wrong डेबिट हुआ. Why? Furniture purchased wrongly entered in the purchase day book. Now what is your rectification? Simple answer. Keep the correct in the same place. Shift the wrong in the opposite place. अब क्या होता? फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट, परचेजेस में रॉन्ग डेबिट हुआ, इसको क्रेडिट साइड लगाना. अब क्या एंट्री होता? फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट टू परचेजेस अकाउंट. व्हाट एंट्री इट इज? फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट to purchases account. Now shall we write the entry? That is B point. Furniture account debit to purchases account. कितना है अमाउंट उधर? 25,000. Being wrong debit to purchase account is rectified. Wrong debit to purchase account is rectified. Next one. See what happened. Minor repairs to furniture. कौन सा रिपेयर ये? माइनर रिपेयरी. माइनर रिपेयरी बोले तो एक्सपेंसेस कते बोलते हैं. एक्सपेंसेस को क्या करना? डेबिट करना. कौन सा डेबिट बोलते हैं इसको? करेक्ट डेबिट कते बोलते. अमाउंटिंग टू रुपीज 1,500 were debited to furniture account. Where it is debited? It is debited to furniture account as a wrong debit. Now, my dear student, how to rectify this particular transaction right now? Keep the correct in the same place. Shift the wrong in the opposite place. अब एंट्री क्या होता? रिपेयर्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू फर्नीचर अकाउंट. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? रिपेयर्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू फर्नीचर अकाउंट. यू राइट द सी पॉइंट. रिपेयर्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू फर्नीचर अकाउंट. कितना अमाउंट है उधर? 1,500. Being what? Wrong debit to furniture account is rectified. Wrong debit to furniture account is rectified. Now shall we move on to the next point, my dear students? See the fourth point. क्या बोले इधर? Wages amounting to rupees 3,000 paid. For what? To the workman for making office furniture. For what purpose you paid the wages? You paid the wages to the workman for making the furniture. For furniture you paid the wages. Okay, it is not the repair of furniture. You are informing the carpenter. Carpenter is used to make the furniture, right? You are informing the carpenter to make the furniture. Here the furniture is being prepared. Here the furniture is being manufactured. Here the furniture is being done by the workman. Now what happened? Is this wages is important or furniture is important? Obviously furniture, right? When your furniture increases, asset increased, it is to be correctly debited. But unfortunately, what he has done has been charged to the wages account. It is being entered in the wages account, then it is a wrong debit. बोलिए ना अब क्या करना? While rectification, बोलिए ना अब क्या करना? Keep the wages in the correct place. Keep the correct entry in the correct place. Shift the wrong in the opposite place. एंट्री क्या होता अब? फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट टू वेजेस अकाउंट. I hope you got it. Got it right? Now the fifth, D point. That is furniture account debit to wages account. How much amount? Amount of rupees 3,000. हुआ ना? Being wrong debit to wages account is rectified. Being wrong debit to wages account is rectified. I hope you got it right. Now let me move on to the next one. See what happened here. Tuition fees to the proprietor's son. What it is? Tuition fees. Of whom? प्रोप्राइटर सन. प्रोप्राइटर सन बोले तो क्या बोलते हैं अकाउंट्स में? ड्राइंग्स करके बोलते हैं ना. ड्राइंग्स इज व्हाट? डेबिट, because drawing is opposite of capital. Capital means credit balance, drawing means debit balance. Has been debited to the audit fees account. किधर डेबिट किया आपने? ऑडिट फीस को डेबिट किए एज ए रॉन्ग डेबिट. नाउ टेल मी what is your rectified entry? Keep the correct in the same place. Drawings is to be taken in debit place. Audit fees is to be shifted in the opposite place. But audit fees comes in the credit place. Now your rectified entry will be drawings account debit to audit fees. So simple, right? Now that entry number is 5. Drawings account debit to audit fees. How much amount, my dear student? 25,000. So beautifully this question is being framed by the accountants, in CA. I am really thankful to the question paper setter of 2025 May batch. So well balanced, super paper. Being wrong debit to audit fees account is rectified. Wrong debit to audit fees account is rectified. See the next one. What happened in the next transaction, my dear students? An amount of rupees 10,000 due from Mohan, which had been written off as a bad debt in the previous year. In the previous year itself, it is written off as a bad debt. So since it is belongs to previous year, we should not take it. Up to this sentence, it is totally useless. Unexpectedly recovered. Now it's important. Previously it was written off as a bad debt. That we learned this concept very much, so many times in the earlier classes. Class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many times we come across. The similar point. Previous year में bad debts कहते हैं written off कर दिए. बाद में क्या हुआ? Recovered हुआ. Recovered बोले तो क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Income कहते बोलते हैं. When it is a income, my dear students, it is to be credited as a correct entry. But had been posted to the personal account of Mohan. Here personal means not drawings. Drawings कहते नहीं बोलना, because he is not a proprietor. Personal account of Mohan. मोहन को क्या किया आपने? Credit किए, so it is a wrong credit. Sir, credit कहते किधर बोले? Sir, where he is told that it is credit? Sir, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, when you ask the question where it is credited to Mohan, please remember when it is entered, has been posted कहते बोले ना. Posted means it is recorded in the same site of earlier one. Income means credit. So if it is debit, we have to take it as a debit. If it is credit, we have to take it as a credit. Because bad debts recovered is a income, it is supposed to be credited to bad debts recovered account. कौन सा अकाउंट को रिकॉर्ड करना? बैड डेट्स रिकवर्ड अकाउंट को क्रेडिट करना था. इंस्टेड ऑफ क्रेडिटिंग बैड डेट्स रिकवर्ड अकाउंट, unfortunately that fellow has posted to the account of personal account of Mohan. So Mohan is being wrongly credited. That you need to remember. अब क्या करेक्शन एंट्री होता? रेक्टिफाइड एंट्री क्या होता? अब क्या होता? Keep the correct in the same place, shift the wrong in the opposite place. Means bad debts recovered बोले तो just recovered नहीं, bad debts recovered कहते बोलना. Bad debts recovered account credit करना, Mohan's account debit करना. I repeat, bad debts recovered account is to be credited, Mohan account is to be debited. Now your entry will be Mohan's account debit to bad debts recovered account. That is the entry number what? 6. Mohan's account debit to bad debts recovered account. How much amount, my dear students, here? An amount of rupees 10,000. Being wrong credit to Mohan's account is rectified. being wrong credit to Mohan's account is rectified. Shall we move on to the next transaction, my dear students? See what happened in the next transaction. Goods costing rupees 1000, sales price 10,000. क्या है इधर? Costing 7,000 है, sales price 10,000 है. कौन सा लेना, कौन सा नहीं लेना, what is to be taken, what is not to be taken depends upon the next sentence. Distributed as a free samples. When you distributed the goods as a free samples, you are not selling the goods. Please my dear students, give your lot of dedication, concentration, your love and affection when I am explaining this particular sentence. When you distribute the goods as a free samples, now my question is, are you selling the goods? No, you are not selling the goods. When you are not selling the goods, you should not take the selling price. You have to take only cost price. Next question. What kind of goods you are distributing as a free samples? We are distributing purchased goods as a free samples. Goods means what kind of goods? Here goods means purchased goods. When you distributed purchased goods as a free samples, purchased goods means the goods decreased, it is to be credited as a correct entry. When distributed as a free samples means advertisement expenses. Advertisement expenses is to be debited as a correct entry. I hope you got it. When you people are distributing the goods as a free samples, you are not selling the goods to customer. So selling price is not to be taken. We have to take only cost price. Secondly, what kind of goods that you are distributing? We are distributing only those goods which are purchased, right? Nothing else. What kind of goods you will eat? I can eat the goods that I have purchased. What kind of pen that I can use? I can use the only pen that I purchased. What kind of shirt I can use? I can use only the shirt that I bought. Means whatever the things you are using, whatever the things you are distributing, it is none other than the purchased goods. So purchased goods decreases, it is to be credited. Now distributed as a what? Free samples. Free samples means advertisement expenses, right? Free samples, because in your advertisement procedure, free samples is one type of advertisement. It is advertisement expenses as a debited to the prospective customer were not recorded. Entry नहीं हुआ, किधर भी wrong नहीं किया आप. You didn't wrote anything wrong in your entries because entry is not at all passed. Now what to do? You pass the correct entry. My procedure is what? Keep the correct in the same place. Keep the correct in the same place. Correct in the same place. That's all. Now what is your entry? Purchase goods is to be credited. Advertisement is to be debited. Then when you pronounce the entry, now the entry will be advertisement expense account debit to purchases account. Shall we write? The entry number is what, my dear students? It is the 7th entry. Advertisement expenses account debit to what? To purchases account. How much amount is distributed as a free samples? 7,000. Being goods distributed as a free samples now being recorded. Being, I repeat, being goods distributed as a free samples is now being recorded. I hope you got it, right? Now let me move on to next transaction. What happened here? Goods amounting to rupees 1000 returned by a customer. The customer name is G and Co. Returned by a customer means sales returns. Sales returns is to be debited because it is the opposite of sales. Now the G and company is a customer. Customer means a debtor. When the debtor returned goods, the value of the debtor will comes down. When the asset decreases, it is to be credited. This is also correct. This is also correct. Are you understanding my explanation, my dear student? Goods returned by a customer. Sorry. Goods returned means sales returns. Sales returns is the opposite of sales. So the sales returns is to be debited. When it is returned by customer G and Co, the debtor decreased. The debtor is to be credited. Both are correct. Were entered in the sales day book. किधर एंट्री की है आपने? सेल्स डे बुक में एंट्री की है. सेल्स बोले तो क्या बोलते हैं? इनकम कते बोलते हैं. When it is entered in sales as a income, it is credited. What credit it is? Wrong credit. What credit it is? Wrong credit. Now tell me. Posted, see here, very important para. I am using different color. Posted therefrom to the credit of his account. Credit of his account means whose account it is? G and Co. G and Co को आपने क्या किए? क्रेडिट किए. आपने क्या किए? क्रेडिट किए. क्या करना था? क्रेडिट करना था. G and Co company, you have to credit. You have been credited. You have to credit. You are already being credited. क्या करना अब? ये तो कैंसल हो जाता. So ये तो कैंसल हो जाता. क्यों कैंसल हुआ? Because it is correctly entered. Rectification is not to be done for correct entry. Rectification is to be done only for the wrong entries. I hope did you understood? G and company को आपने credit करना था. When you read this sentence, it is being correctly credited. Credit correct हुआ. So we have to ignore it. Now tell me how to rectify. The same procedure. Keep the correct in the same place as a debit. This is in a wrong credit. It is to be taken in opposite side as a debit side. अब एंट्री क्या होता? So sales returns account debit. ये कुल मिला के क्या हुआ? Sales returns account debit. ये तो wrong side debit side में आता. फिर sales returns account debit, sales account debit. So what to write in credit side? Obviously it is our Apad Bandhava, that is suspense account. I tell you, sales returns account debit, sales account debit to suspense account. Sir, why you are not using G and Co? Because G and Co entry you have correctly entered. Now let us write the entry number what? Entry number is 8. Shall we write? Sales returns account debit, sales account debit to suspense account. कितना है अमाउंट उधर? 1000 each. 1000 dash 2000 being wrong crediting sales account is rectified. Being wrong crediting sales account is rectified. Okay, shall we move on to next transaction, my dear students? See, only 2 more transactions are left out. Please concentrate much. I tell you, this H point is important. Even this I point is also most important. Shall I read the I point of this particular problem, my dear students? Please see what happened in the I point. A bill of exchange received from S&S. Bill of exchange received from S&S. S&S means he is a debtor for rupees 10,000. Had been returned by the bank as a dishonored. किधर है ये चेक? बैंक में है. बैंक क्या किए? डिसऑनर किए. Had been credited to the bank account. Where he has taken? He has taken to the credit of bank account. Where he has taken? He has taken to the credit of bank account. Debited to bills receivable account. Now I tell you what happened when discounted bill with bank is dishonored. Please remember, it is a point from the bills of exchange chapter. Those who know very well about the bills of exchange, it's very easy to understand. When the bill dishonored by the bank, what happened? When the bill dishonored by the bank, the debtor will increase, and the bank balance will decrease. Why? Because when the bill get dishonored, please listen my dear student, make a note of it in your mind forever. When the bill dishonored, when the discounted bill dishonored, when the discounted bill with the bank is dishonored, directly the bill goes to debtor, debtor increases, debtor is to be debited. ये तो correct debit है. When the bank dishonored our bill, immediately the banker will deduct the amount of the bill from our bank account. So obviously our bank balance will decrease. This bank balance is to be credited as a correct entry. Okay, what happened? Debtor increased the debit. Who is debtor here? Here the debtor is S and S Co. He is a debtor. Debtor increased, our bank balance will decrease. Are you getting my word? It is a point from our bills of exchange chapter. Debtor will increase because when a bill is dishonored, immediately it goes to the debtor. Debtor balance will increase. Then simultaneously our bank balance will decrease. Means credit. इधर क्या हुआ? देखिए ना, credited to the bank account. हो, बैंक अकाउंट में क्रेडिट करना था, वो बैंक अकाउंट में क्रेडिट करना था, बैंक अकाउंट में क्रेडिट करना था, बैंक अकाउंट में क्रेडिट हुआ. अब क्या करना? व्हेन इट इज क्रेडिटेड इन बैंक अकाउंट, इसको कैंसिल करना, इधर भी इसको कैंसिल करना हुआ. Then where is wrong? See here. And what they did? They have debited to the bills receivable, so it is a wrong debit. किधर डेबिट करना था? Where it is supposed to be debited? It is supposed to be debited to the debtor's account, but they have debited to bills receivable account. It is to be debited to debtor's account, but they have debited to debtor's account. Then what is your rectified entry? Keep the correct in the same place, shift the wrong in the opposite place. अब entry क्या होता? Debtor's account debit to bills receivable account. I hope you got it. Really, did you understood the entire story? If you understood, please give your like, your comment, subscribe my channel, share it with your maximum friends. Fine. Let me move on to the next transaction, my dear students. Here what happened for the ninth one, for the ninth concept. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, right? What happened? Debtors. What is the name of debtor? S and S Co account debit to bills receivable account. कितना है amount उधर? An amount of rupees 10,000. Being wrong debit to bills receivable account is rectified. Being wrong debit to bills receivable account is rectified. See the next one, the last transaction. Bills receivable 2,500. Bills receivable means asset. Asset increases debit. Correct. Has been passed through the bills payable. Bills payable means liability. Liability wrongly credit. The bill was given by debtor. Who is Jack? The bill was given by Jack. The bills receivable means converting the debtors into BR. What do you mean by in bills of exchange? What happens, you know? What happens, you know? The debtor is being converted into BR. When you are converting the debtors into BR, when you are converting, I am repeating, when you are converting the debtors into BR, debtor decreased, BR increased. One asset increased, another asset decreased. Now the question arises, sir, why you are converting the debtors into bills? Because if a businessman is not having any faith on a debtor, if a businessman is not having any faith on a debtor, then he is willing to convert the debtor into BR, because there is no chance for absconding of debtor. Even if he abscond, the seller, means the business, can suit the bill in a court of law to recover from the private property of that particular debtor. That is the significance of bills of exchange, that you will be knowing in bills of exchange, 6th chapter of your CA foundation. There you will be having an in-depth study about bills of exchange. Okay. Now, a bill was given by Jack. Jack means he is a debtor. Here the debtor decreased, because when the bills receivable increased, debtor decreased, the debtor is to be credited as a correct entry. Now, what is your rectified entry? Keep the correct in the same place, shift the wrong in the opposite place, keep the correct in the same place. Now tell me, what is the entry? BR account is to be debited. BP account, it is in the wrong credit, so it comes in the debit side. So BP account is also to be debited. Jack is to be credited as usual. Now the entry is bills receivable account debit, bills payable account debit to Jack's account. Shall we write? The entry number is what? J. Bills receivable account debit, bills payable account debit to Jack's account. How much amount, my dear students? An amount of rupees 2500 dash 5000. Being नरेशन लिखना है ना, क्या लिखते हैं नरेशन? Being, I tell you, being wrong credit in bills payable account is rectified. Wrong credit in bills payable account is rectified. I hope you got it. This is all about the transactions. This completes the errors which are found after preparing the trial balance but before preparing the final account. From the next video, that is from which class? The next class will be 17th, right? 17th or 18th. From then we start the new one, that is errors disclosed after preparing the final accounts, that is the next year. Okay, thank you, take care.